I don't know, maybe. Okay. Now, let me kind of get the template started for Model 2 two-stage growth. Let's see. Okay, these are our inputs. Then here is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this for a good number of years. It shouldn't need that much, so I'll cap it at 100. Suppose I know that Coke is gonna pay 184, 190. Or any company. I'm gonna make the 5 of them green, but if you know only 3, obviously you're gonna enter only the first 3. Uh, First dividend of second stage. I'm gonna find the last known dividend, and I'm gonna increase it by 1 plus the growth rate. There's a nice little function in Excel. It's called VLOOKUP. It looks up a value. In this case, I'm gonna look 5, 5, okay, in a table. Well, actually, this table. I'm gonna fix that. It does the search in the first column of the table, and when it finds a match, you ask which column do you want to be returned. I want the second column, and the last argument is optional, but in our case it's not. I want an exact match found. Then you type false. There is a use of using the approximate match. If you have time, when I show you that growth adjusted P kind of stuff, then it's useful. So that's the last dividend, last non-dividend. I'm just going to multiply that with second stage, all right? That's an intermediate number, so I'm going to make that purple. All right. So let's see. We can calculate present values of these. If that is greater than number of non-dividends, obviously 0. Otherwise, take the dividend discounted by the required rate by that many years. Okay. And I'm going to make these purple only for the first 5 years. Let's put in here value from first stage. That's the value, present value of the known dividends. So sum of all these animals. If I knew 100 years, that would have handled 100 years. But it goes to zero after what I don't know anyway. I'm going to make that darkish brown. Value at the end of first stage. First dividend of the second stage divided by required rate minus the growth rate. Because at the end of year 5, I have a company that's going to pay dividends that grow at a constant rate. And I know how to value that. And I'm going to put value from the first stage plus, actually, let me do it this way. And I'm going to discount all of that at this rate for 5 years. And value of stock is simply sum of the two. Bright red, and I'm going to make that yellow because I feel like it. It's that simple. If this was a problem where I knew only 3 years, the rest is done. Okay. If I knew 7 years, for some reason, or 6 years in this case, all you have to do is recognize what's known, put them in place, and go with that. But normally 5 would not be a bad idea. Now let's apply this to Coke. Oh, inserts. Okay, target value or value. If you were Russian, that would have been pronounced a V. I don't know. I don't have that much real estate on the visible part. Okay. First, let's go back to Coke. Let's assume 9.5% was indeed a good discount rate. Let's do 5.1% as second stage growth rate. And let's increase the dividends in the first 5 years according to the dividend rate increase growth rate analysts are predicting, which was what percent? 6.07? Yes. Since these are inputs, I'm just gonna enter them that way. So assuming growth rate are gonna be uh, those are the known dividends, and that gives a value of 44.17. That means either the growth rate is too much, or I'm sorry, too little, or Coke simply is not worth that kind of money. Okay. So if you wanted to say target value is 58.52, right? 59.82, I'm sorry. At what long-term growth rate you would get that number? Make that difference 0 by changing long-term growth rate. It says even after 5 years, Coke should be growing at about 6.4% a year ad infinitum if this price is to be supported. To me, that's too fast. So I'm going to say Coke is too expensive. Let's do the same exercise for Pepsi. They have similar riskiness. So 175.91 is the current price. What's the first dividend? Oh, what are the known dividends? 460 for now. And analysts are expecting 7.55% growth over the next 5 years. Oh, by the way, that shouldn't have been there. Even though it ignored it, it's always a good idea to clear those before you use it for something else. So these are the expected dividends for the first 5 years. To get the price now,